Hey everybody, my name is Julie. Welcome to our channel and welcome to EPCOT. I am here all by myself today in EPCOT in Walt Disney World, and I am challenging myself to get some fresh air, sunshine, and exercise. And my goal is to walk around to every single place that sells food and look at their menu. And I'm going to look and see what my options are as a carnivore if I want to come here and eat. What do I see? What is worth the price? What do I think I would have to modify? And what is worth the money? I'm very excited to come here with Michael sometime and do maybe like a eat around the world instead of the drink around the world challenge. And I just kind of want to have a little bit of an idea what my options are. So if this is your kind of video, come hang out in EPCOT with me and let's just look at a whole bunch of menus together. Okay, first up on our tour is going to be Canada. I'm gonna go check out what Le Cellier is. It says it's a steakhouse. All right, here it is. They're not open yet because it's 11:45. They don't open until noon, but I wanted to check. We've got a cheese soup. I would want to see the ingredients, but that might be something that's doable. And then there's an artisan cheese plate. I would probably pass on the jam. However, the sourdough, I do sometimes eat sourdough. No salad. Shrimp cocktail would be fine. Mussels would be totally fine. I'm going to skip the poutine. All right, here we go, the good stuff. We've got a 7-ounce filet mignon, 16-ounce ribeye steak. That's got my name all over it. 12-ounce New York strip steak, 14-ounce dry-aged Duroc pork chop, 7-ounce beef strip loin, 28-ounce ribeye steak for two. Let me just tell you guys, I can eat every bite of that ribeye steak for two all by myself. I would skip the sauces. As far as the enhancements, I probably wouldn't do it. Michael would most likely get the Point Reyes blue cheese. I do like scallops, but I think I would just pass for the sake of the money. And then down here, we've also got a filet mignon. I would skip that because I don't want to waste the money for the risotto and the tomatoes and everything I'm going to have to scrape off. White beans, I wouldn't get the chicken because I don't want to eat those. Skip the butternut agnolotti. I might be tempted to get the black cod. I'm not real sure. As far as sides, there's no sides here that I would eat. And there you go. That's the menu. Maple popcorn would definitely not be carnivore. I see no gluten-free options here either, but it smells good, but I'm not even tempted by it. There is no more food in Canada. There is a trading post where you can get water or cold drinks and beers, alcohol, but there is no more food in Canada, so that's gonna wrap up our carnivore tour of Canada. Just wanted to show you these gorgeous flowers before we move on. Next up, let's see what we can find carnivore to eat in England. First up is gonna be the Rose and Crown Pub. Let's see, as an appetizer, we've got an egg wrapped in sausage with mustard sauce. We're on the fence. Michael would eat the mustard sauce. I wouldn't. But that sounds like a great option. Skip the salad. Fish and chips. If it was a cheat day, I would eat the fish and pull off as much of the breading as I could. I wouldn't do shepherd's pie. Bangers and mash. Well, a traditional English sausage. I'd have to know how big that sausage is. If it's big enough to make a meal out of, you can count me in. Forget the vegetables. Oh, toffee pudding would be a hard thing to say no to. If it was a cheat day, you know I would love that. I think that is the entire menu. It seems like a small one, but a nice traditional one. And I do have an option here. Our other option for food in England is the Yorkshire Fish Shop. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like the only food on the menu is beer battered fish and chips, which we already talked about. If it was a cheat day, I would definitely eat the fish. Other than that, it looks like refreshments. Some of us carnivores do drink tea and coffee. Michael and I are a good example, and boy, do we love Twinings. I want to step in here and just see what they have. They still have all their winter flavors out. Winter Spice, Gingerbread Joy, Peppermint Cheer, and Chai. Definitely not for us, but can you imagine how good those are? This actually sounds really good to me right now. Guys, there are a lot of places to get food in France. Let's go see what they've got to offer. This is Le Chef de France. Let's look at their menu. Appetizer. All right, escargot. Not so bad if it's just in butter. Skip the French onions, skip the greens. Ooh, baked goat cheese. I would probably eat the grapes, that's just me. I don't eat a lot of fruit, but in this case I probably would. Definitely would skip the tomatoes and the mixed greens. I wouldn't trust the smoked salmon spread because I don't know what's in it. Here's an entree of shrimp and sea scallops. I'm not sure what about the lobster sauce, what might be in that. Definitely not something I would eat, but not a bad choice. Seared salmon, I would love. I wouldn't want the rice, the broccolini. Definitely wouldn't do the macaroni, would not do the ratatouille. Braised heritage pork shank. I love pork shank. That would definitely be something that I would consider. Here's half a chicken. That sounds great. I would skip the potatoes and green beans. Braised beef, another thing that I love. I would skip all those vegetables. Strip loin, I love. Skipping the fries and the béarnaise. And then here's imported cheeses on a charcuterie. Definitely would want to give that one a try. There's no desserts here I would eat if it wasn't a cheat day. And I think that's pretty much everything on the menu to eat. Next up over here is the Monsieur Paul restaurant. Let me see what they have on this gastronomic meal from France. I don't know what that is, I'd have to ask. No salad for me. Again, escargot, I would skip the potato emulsion, but I don't know if I would pay for it, but that's an option I would eat. Saffron mussel soup. I'd have to know what's in the soup besides just mussels. Sea bass, I love sea bass, but it's in a pastry, so I probably would skip that one. Snapper and potato scales. If I could get the potato scales off, I would totally eat that. I do love snapper. Oh, I love seared scallops too. I wonder what that word means, veloute? I'd have to ask, but that might be something, even if I have to kind of scrape everything out to get the scallops out, that sounds delicious. Ooh, center cut beef tenderloin, that's got my name all over it. I would skip the mashed potatoes, and I don't know what bordelaise sauce is, but I'd probably skip it too. Chicken fricassee? I think that's how you say that word. I don't know what fricassee means. I think it means fried. So if it was a cheat day, I would probably eat it. Maybe pull as much of the breading off as I could, if that's what fricassee means. But it's not the end of the world. Ooh, rack of lamb. I love lamb, and I don't like cooking it at home. This would probably be me right here. Don't want the mushrooms, chestnuts, nah. Cheeses, wouldn't that be fun to know what all kinds of cheeses they have? I'd be all over that. L'artisan de glace, I believe, is just artisan ice cream and sorbet, so I'm going to skip that. There's no outside menu, but I'm assuming it's all stuff I can't eat at this place. They don't have a menu that I can film for you without getting in line and going in, so I'm just going to record it off the screen and do a voiceover for you.
Okay guys, here you see the menu for Les Halles. It looked like a bunch of sweets, desserts, beignets, which I've heard are delicious. I've never had one. Ice cream, more desserts. Not really much here for me. They did have some warm sandwiches, but I don't really eat a lot of bread. So I didn't see much on here that I could eat. There was one cheese plate that I thought maybe I could do if my friends ever wanted to eat here, but nothing really here for me.
But let me just say that the whole reason I'm doing this is mostly recon for me for later, to kind of know what's here. And I have just learned that no matter how good something tastes, feeling good is way more important to me. So I'm not really tempted by these things that I would love to try, but I don't want to have and then feel the way I will feel. All right, next we are coming up on Morocco. Morocco really only has one restaurant. It's called the Spice Road Table. Let's check out their menu over here. Hummus, I love, but don't eat as a carnivore. Yogurt, that one's gonna be no. Even animal-based, I don't think I would because of the chutney. I'm sure it has sugar. Bread, no. I would probably want to know if this is the shrimp. Is that the shrimp dish? Braised chicken. There's a lot of things I would have to take off here. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything on this menu for me, unless it was a cheat day. If I'm trying to be carnivore, I don't think I can do it here. I did not know about this restaurant. I think I said there was only one restaurant in Morocco, and I was wrong. There's a Tangerine Cafe. I am already off to a good start. They have kebabs. I love kebabs. We can get a chicken one or a lamb. I may have said this already. I don't know how to cook lamb. I'm no good at it, so it's always a treat for me to be able to get lamb when I'm out. I would skip the bread. This would have to be a cheat day item, and I don't see that happening. But I'm absolutely thinking I may have to come back. This place smells great and I love a good kebab. All right, we are approaching the Japan Pavilion. There are 4 or 5 places to eat here, and I'm gonna just kind of guess that there probably won't be anywhere I can get full as a carnivore, but we're gonna at least check the menus out. It's like a really nice place, but they gave me a menu. Let's flip through this together. Ooh, 5 ounces of Wagyu. You know I love Wagyu. Not so much, I do love sushi, but I don't eat it much because of all the rice, but that looks like a fair amount of meat. I could totally be happy with that. Ooh, and look at this one. Wagyu tataki. That looks awesome. I'm already excited about this place. Sushi rolls would be a no because of all the rice. I would love to have this, just with no rice. Everything on top of all the sushi rolls. Or even this. Yeah, I don't see an appetizer here for me. There's deep fried chicken, but that wouldn't be ideal. Seared tuna, that could be a nice appetizer. I'd still be hungry after that though. Ooh. Hey, here we go. Individual kushi. Beef, chicken, shrimp. I could just get this whole plate. I would love that. Fantastic option right there. I'm excited about that one. No udon, no dessert. All right. I gotta say, there's more options here than I expected. There are 2 restaurants in here. That was called Shikisai. Now I'm at Teppen Edo, and I want to look at their menu. Right, so they look like some really delicious appetizers and sushi, but I wouldn't be in the mood for that. Down here under entrees, though, we do have a 7-ounce New York cut steak, an 8-ounce julienne steak, a 6-ounce salmon, grilled shrimp, boneless chicken breast. Like, those are all great options for me. I would totally love to eat any of those things. And then down here, you can actually do some combining. We got steak and shrimp, steak and chicken, or shrimp and chicken. Kids menu, and here's the enhancements that you can also make. So actually I could find a ton of things here. And that's exciting because I really didn't think there would be many options for me in Japan. If it's not a cheat day, I really thought I was not going to even be able to stop here at all. And both restaurants we've checked out so far have plenty of options. That's awesome. Down below we have Takumi Te. Let's see what they have on the menu. I didn't actually see this restaurant, but we've got soup, no. Sashimi, no. Deep fried Wagyu beef, maybe grilled flounder, that would be a definite go. Here's a Wagyu beef with a whole bunch of things I would have to take off of it. Spiny lobster and a bunch of things I'd have to take off of it. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think this is the one for me. There's 2 more spots to eat in Japan. There's a lot of food here. This little quick service is a kabuki cafe. Shaved ice, slushies, sushi rolls. Yeah, nothing here for me. This one is cute. This is the Katsuri grill. I showed you the menu. Not really anything I could eat and be full and not eat something that I didn't want to eat. So that one's out, but I am happy to know there's 2 restaurants in Japan that I can eat and have a really nice meal and be carnivore and enjoy. We are going to skip right over the funnel cakes because I can already tell you about that, and we're going to check out Block and Hans. Block and Hans is just, we are going to start by looking at the smokehouse called Regal Eagle. I bet there will be plenty of options here for me. We got Kansas City smoked chicken, yum. Memphis pork ribs, yum. Texas beef brisket, yum. North Carolina smoked pork butt, yeah, yum. Burgers, oh man, hell yes. Okay, so I can do really well for myself here at the Regal Eagle Smokehouse. Oh man, it smells so good here too, near the smokehouse. Don't you just love it? Let's just take a minute to inhale and get our appetites worked up, because I could do some barbecue. I could tear it up right now. Then there's this place called the Fife and Drum Tavern. I'm gonna have to zoom in to even read the menu from here. Popcorn, no. jumbo turkey leg. I gotta be honest, carnivore that I am, turkey legs do not get me excited. I've had one too many at Ren fairs. No pretzel. I would probably eat the hot dog. I would love to know more about the hot dog, but let's just say I'm here and I'm eating carnivore. I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to eat it. And that would be, looks like everything on this menu for me. Of course, I'm skipping all the Joffreys as places to eat or drink. I haven't even looked at their menu, but I'm just assuming it's the kind of food that goes really well with coffee. We are coming up into Italy, and I'm just gonna make a wild guess that there won't be much for me in the Italy pavilion, but I hope I'm wrong. This is the first place we come to, the Gelateria Toscana, and man, all this looks amazing, but of course, I don't see anything on here that's carnivore, so we're gonna keep moving. Next up is Via Napoli, a pizzeria. Sometimes pizzerias can surprise you by things they have on their menu, so let's just go see if there's anything for me. I might be wrong. All I'm seeing is pizzas, and then of course wine, beer, and cocktails. So maybe there is nothing on the menu for me after all. All right, we are here at Via Napoli, and I wanted to show you the menu. Sometimes pizza places impress me and surprise me. I'm actually not really seeing anything. We can do fried calamari if we have to. I would really prefer not to. Salads, pasta, chicken parm, like there's really nothing here that I would want. Unless it was a cheat day, I would love to come here and try their pizza. There is a QR code here if you want to scan for the full menu. And there's a little piece of trivia if you want to hear it about Via Napoli. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. There's a rumor that they actually import all of the water that they use to make their pizza dough from Italy. I don't know if it's true or not. It's a rumor going around on the internet. Some people say they get their water from Philadelphia, but I like to believe they import it from Italy. I believe this is just a wine cellar, but there's also Tutto Italia, which is a restaurant. Let's see about that. All right, here we go. We're starting out with salads, so I'm just gonna skip every single one of these. We've got a grilled salmon I would eat. Probably would scoop most of that off. A 12-ounce New York strip steak. There you go. Most Italian restaurants you can do, even if you think you can't, because they're almost always going to have a nice steak. Swordfish. I wouldn't eat the potatoes or the tomato, but that would be great. Here's a breaded chicken breast. Again, not the end of the world, but probably not something I would choose. Ooh, slow braised chuck short rib. Absolutely. Rosemary butter, you better believe it. Pasta I'm skipping, and then as far as sides, I mean they do have a grilled or contorini. Let me look up what that means. Grilled chicken breast and shrimp. I would totally do that too. Grilled chicken. Oh, these are salads. No thanks. Yeah, there's options here for me. I'm not going to eat here today, but there are options that I'm excited about. Right, next we will be walking into Germany. They have 2 restaurants, the Beer Garden and a Sommerfest, and let me just say, if it were a cheat day, I love a beer cheese pretzel. I don't know if they have beer cheese here though, or just the regular cheese like you dip a Mickey pretzel in. If it was a cheat day, that would be something I would definitely consider. But as far as strictly carnivore options, let's see if there's anything in these 2 restaurants. Let's skip this place, the Caramel Cruche, because I love Werther's. It's one of my favorite candy ever, and I refuse to let myself eat it because if I eat one, I can't stop. These are the restaurant options we have: the Beer Garden and Sommerfest. Pretzel bread pudding, oh my goodness, wow. Okay, this might be more my jam right here. The Beer Garden has a buffet. I did not know there was a buffet at EPCOT. And here are some of the selections. I don't see a more thorough menu without actually going in, but they get the salads. They got sausage, chicken, spetzel, schnitzel. I don't know exactly what spetzel is. I think I can eat that. Good editing, Julie, look it up. All right, it is really nice to go to a buffet and be able to get, it is hard as a carnivore to actually get full on a menu when you start doing things like taking off the bun, no fries, no lettuce, no tomato, you know, that kind of enhancements, and all you're left with is the meat. Sometimes it's hard to get full, so I tell you what, your girl loves a buffet, and they will always lose money on me because I just eat tons and tons and tons and tons of meat and eggs and expensive things. We are here for Festival of the Arts. I saw this actually sounds really good. Red wine braised beef short rib. That might be something to consider, but I don't want the white bean casserole and forget the cake. First up here we have Joy of Tea, which I don't think has anything to eat. Some carnivores drink tea and coffee. Michael and I are 2 of such carnivores, and we would love to come here for that. First we're going to look at the menu for the restaurant called 9 Dragons. This is what we got as highlights outside. Oh, well, you know, a lot of these things are gonna come with fried rice or possibly noodles. I really don't know because it doesn't say here. But no to the wontons, no spring rolls. The glazed prawns, definitely not. The smoked duck I might like. I don't really think I would want to pay for it since I'm not going to eat the rice. I don't know what comes with the beef. Spare ribs, maybe. Spicy honey chicken, maybe. But I'm just going to say out on a limb, if I was going to cheat, this is probably not where I would do it. And I don't think there's going to be anything on the menu for me. Maybe I'll check this out and just see if there's anything else they didn't mention here. The other restaurant in China is this place, Lotus Blossom Cafe. And here's a look at their menu. Ooh, no to the pork rolls and the pot stickers. Orange chicken, probably not. Yeah, everything here is gonna have rice and noodles, so I'm probably not gonna wanna eat here. They do have some tea options, so I guess if I was here with a friend, I would possibly consider the sweet and sour chicken, but that's gonna be full of sugar, and for me, that wouldn't be worth it. China's gonna have to be a no for me unless it's a cheat day, and I don't think this is how I would choose to spend my cheat day. But they definitely have a lot of tea options, and Michael and I love tea, so I could totally see myself coming here for tea like all the time. But don't think there's any food here for me. It is what it is. All right, I don't know what the refreshment outpost is. Let's take a look at what they have. Oh, basically beverages and a jumbo chocolate chip cookie. I will pass. It doesn't look like they have any other food. Norway is coming up next, and there is one place to eat and a bakery. I have heard good things about the food in the bakery, but pretty sure they're not going to have anything I can eat. I may have to come try the roll. I heard the Adventurelys talking about some kind of a school roll or a school bread. That's definitely something I do want to try before I die, but not in a carnivore day. This is the, oh, is it Okershuis? I cannot pronounce it. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to say that word. But this is storybook dining. And I don't think there's a menu posted out here for the storybook dining. So I'm gonna have to look that one up online and tell you what I can learn, because I am not waiting in that crazy line to get in there.
Okay, here is a look at their menu from online. It looks like this is one of the restaurants that is kind of more of a character experience, getting to meet your favorite princesses. As far as the menu goes, there's not a whole lot of options here that excite me. I would probably not do the meatballs because they might be breaded, and I would skip the bread salad with cheese, even though the cheese is probably great. If I had to eat here, I would do the peel and eat shrimp. I'm not sure about the chicken dish. That might be another option too.
That's it, the school bread. Okay, so I heard great things about the school bread from the Adventurelys. But yep, I don't see anything here that I can eat, so we're gonna dip out of the bakery. We only have one more country to go. It is Mexico. Let's see if they have anything. Mexico's got lots of options. Looks like 5 places perhaps. So I'm sure we're gonna find something here. Hacienda de San Oh, Julie. Hacienda de San Angel. Let's see. Queso. I eat queso like soup quite regularly. Here's a chicken breast. I might could be convinced to try that. Here's a seared tenderloin or chicken breast with bacon. Yep, I would order this. I'd take the bell peppers off, the poblano off, but that I would absolutely eat. Kids always get lots of carnivore options. And no postres. There's a restaurant inside here, although the Grand Fiesta Tour of the Three Caballeros is currently under construction, so we can't do that. Inside we have a Cafe del Tequila. Right here. I do believe it's just drinks though, not food. This is the San Angel Inn and Restaurant. I'm looking at their lunch menu right now. Maybe, we talked about that, maybe. None of the tortillas. Drinks, entrees, catch of the day, maybe. Can you even read this? Maybe catch of the day, maybe grilled chicken breast. There's just so many things in these dishes that I would have to take off. Tacos, shrimp, that might be good. I would probably eat these despite the pepper. It's over rice. Maybe, and just not eat that. That is quite a waste though. Tortillas, beer buttered cod. Honestly, that's probably my best option right now. Oh, carne asada, never mind. There's my best option. New York strip, chipotle butter. Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, it comes with a rice medley. I could either ask them to leave that off or just not eat it. I love oso buco. We had some of this in Colombia. Really, really like it. Slow braised pork shank. It does come with plantains. I would ask what they're cooked in. With Mexican cheese and cotija. Guys, I am forgetting my Spanish. It's so bad after living in Colombia all summer. Cotija. This one is my favorite thing I see on this whole menu, and that's number 2. So these 2 things I would absolutely order. And now to the dessert. This place is just drinks. And then over here we have the last place. It is the Cantina de San Angel. They have authentic Mexican food, tacos, nachos, churros, kids meals, and margaritas. Probably similar to what we saw at the other place. This is just more like a quick service version of it. Without getting in this line, I really don't think there's going to be anything here for me. And since it's Festival of the Arts, I thought I would show you this. There's a carne asada. I would take some of this off, but honestly, for $11, I think that's not a bad idea. I would skip this. That looks really good to me, though. I would like to try that. All right, that is going to wrap up World Showcase at EPCOT and everything that I would consider eating as a carnivore here around the lake. All right, now let's talk about Connections Cafe in World Celebration and see what they have. This really looks like a place I can find something cafeteria style. All right, so far it's just a lot of bakery items and drinks. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that doesn't look absolutely amazing. Oh my God. But I know how I would feel if I ate that, and so the answer is no. I gotta see if they have any real food here, though. The most beautiful looking waffles I've ever seen. Yum. All right, here we go. I can smell hamburgers already. I'm super happy about that. I think we can find something to eat. All right, yes, I'm actually gonna use the Zoom to read this menu because I can't read it with my eye. It looks like we've got burger options. Take all that onions off, but we got bacon and brie. Heck yes. You can add cheddar. I don't want the bean burger. I really don't want a breaded chicken sandwich. There's also pizza and salads. But yes, I can always get a burger here that delights me. All right, now we are in World Nature. And I'm gonna look and see first at this restaurant called Coral Reef if there's anything here for me. All right, this is the menu. Isn't that gorgeous? It's the prettiest menu I think I've ever seen. We got specialty drinks and beer, even some non-alcoholic drinks. That's great. Lobster bisque, probably not. Chicken wings, I would totally eat chicken wings if I needed an appetizer. Coconut fried shrimp is probably going to have a lot of sugar in that mango chutney, but that right there would be the kind of thing Michael would really like to eat. Probably not me, but Michael for sure. Ooh, everything but the sweet corn and potatoes in that seafood boil. I would totally eat it. I would skip the palm cakes. This chicken dish is going to have rice and plantains, so probably not for me. Fettuccine. Ooh, filet mignon with shrimp. Heck yes, if I just skip the potatoes, I'd be all over that. There goes the monorail, can you hear it? And then the mahi-mahi, yeah, you know what? I would probably eat that too. We got a few options here. Also here in World of Nature, there should be 2 restaurants inside of here. I want to check their menus too. And we're going to check Garden Grill first. All right, here at Garden Grill. Oh, it's an all-you-can-eat. Does that mean like a buffet? Lunch and dinner, no cornbread, no salad, no carrots or celery. Wonder how big this backyard grilled steak is, though. And I wonder if you can have more than one. Let me see if I can find that information out. I would also do the rotisserie turkey. I wouldn't have the gravy on it, though. And that's going to be about it. None of the sides for me. If I was here for breakfast, that might actually be fun, too. It's about $13 less, I believe, but we have grilled steak, bacon, and eggs. And if I am allowed to just keep eating as much as I want, I really like a buffet. I've seen lots of people eat there. I never realized it was an all-you-can-eat. I guess that's not exactly the same thing as a buffet, but you can keep reordering more. That's news to me. I didn't know that. So that became a lot more interesting than I thought. Over there is a restaurant called Sunshine Seasons. Let's go see what they do. This looks like kind of a quick service. The thing that caught my eye over here was the birria tacos. I don't eat tacos, but I wonder if I could just order the birria somehow. I do love birria. And then over under entrees, I'm not gonna want any of that. They have some stir-fried chicken over here and Mongolian beef, but that comes with a lot of vegetables and probably rice, so I would have to say no on that one. Then over here, we have this cooler full of what they're calling health and wellness options, which is gonna be fruit, cups, granolas, parfaits, cookies and cream chocolate mousse. The only thing in here I can tell you I would eat, because I'm not big on eating fruit, is these Baby Bells. I would love to snack on some Baby Bells. These are $3.49 for 3. That would make a great little snack for me, but that's going to be the only thing in the health and wellness that I'm probably going to eat. Oh, I found some more options. Now look right here. We've got a rotisserie chicken and an oak grilled salmon. Yeah, this I stand corrected. I can make dinner here if I ever want to. That's great to know. Just got to go all the way to the end, and I didn't see it when I first came in. We have almost completed our full tour of EPCOT. We have one more world to go. That is World Discovery. And I can't wait to get a snack and enjoy a ride and look for some hidden Mickeys with you. Alright, I have learned my lesson. This is going to be hot dogs, pretzels, cotton candy. I would eat the hot dog. I would definitely eat the hot dog, but if I'm in the park, I'm probably going to want to do something besides that. But that's certainly an option if you're in a hurry and you want something quick and relatively. There's only one more restaurant that's going to be Space 220. And then I'm gonna figure out what I want for a snack. I've had so many good ideas today, but I'm really thinking that kebab in Morocco is kind of where my heart's at.
Guys, I accidentally forgot to turn the camera on as I was standing there looking at the menu, but not much caught my eye other than there were some Astro deviled eggs with bacon that sounded really, really good, and I might consider that calamari. Other than that, not much for me.
I'm going to say it again, I am very tired. I have walked a whole bunch today and had a really good time, but I'm ready to be done checking menus and I'm ready to get a snack. And the more I keep thinking about it, the more I really want that lamb kebab from Morocco. So let's go back to Morocco and get that. And while I'm eating it, we'll figure out which ride has, you know, a reasonable wait time and where we can go look for hidden. I really don't think I even noticed this swirled showcase soft serve ice cream when we first came in, but I don't think I even need to show you that menu. You know what? As we make our way towards Morocco, let's stop here in Canada real quick. I think I remember a hidden Mickey on one of these totem poles. I don't remember which one though. I think it's up near the top. Okay, this one took me no time at all. It was way too easy. It's on this totem pole here on the left, and follow my zoom. It's way up there near the top. You see the big face on the top? He's kind of holding a smaller face in his hands, and right below his elbow, right there you go. There's you, a Canadian hidden Mickey. As we're entering France, I wanted to tell you one little piece of trivia, and if you already know this, don't laugh at me. I'm still learning about Disney, so every piece of trivia I learn is brand new news to me. But this Eiffel Tower that they built at Disney is nowhere near as tall as it looks. It's only 103 feet tall, and it was built on a 1/10 scale of the real Eiffel Tower in France. And just so everybody knows, I just looked all over for that Van Gogh. I am stumped on where in the world it's supposed to be here in France. I even looked up a picture of it online because I'm like, why can I not find this painting? Did Disney remove this hidden Mickey, or am I really just completely unable to see it? I don't know. There's supposed to be a hidden Mickey and a Van Gogh painting here in France somewhere. Now it's just bugging me that I can't find it. I've never been more ready for a kebab in my life. I'm getting it here at the Tangerine Cafe. This has been in my mind all day, this Moroccan spiced lamb. Got to try it, and I'm gonna ask them to leave off the chickpea salad. I'll probably let her put the garlic aioli on it, and I'm just gonna get a to-go water to drink. All right, here it is, one lamb kebab without the salad, and the dressing is on the side. Pardon this angle, but they don't do water here. You have to go across the street to, I think it's called the Spice Road Cafe, to get water. But here's my kebab. It's really tiny. It was a little over $6. I'm very excited to try it. We went to Greece a couple years ago, and all of that's vlogged. Michael and I fell in love with kebabs there. We ate kebabs all over Greece. I'm not expecting this to taste like the kebabs from Greece, but that's really my only experience with them. So if I compare it to that, that's because that's the only time I think I've ever had a kebab outside of when I went to a place in Charlotte with my best friend. Looks like there's definitely some spices inside here.
Hey, sure. I'm not going to take you to find a train to go this way. Here.
I'm really hungry, and that's going to skewer my perception here. No pun intended. It's very hot. There's a heat, a spicy heat to it, a kick. The lamb meat is really good. I don't know how to cook lamb at home, so it's always a treat for me to be able to eat lamb anywhere. But there's definitely more vegetables in here than I'm used to in a kebab, and that's not really my preference, but the sauce is pretty good. It kind of helps take down that kick a little bit, but it's a little hot for me, a little spicy. All right, since Greece was my introduction to kebabs and my 12 out of 10 kebabs, and they were just different, you know, of course they were, because it was a different country and it was spiced differently. I'm giving Greece 12 out of 10. I'm going to give this like 7 out of 10. I'm just not as big of a fan of the way that it's spiced. It's good, but this is probably a one and done. I definitely feel like I need a drink of water. I wish they had water here. They only sell it in bottles, and I'm trying really hard not to drink water in bottles. So I'm going to have to go I need to start bringing my reusable water bottle. I totally forgot that today, and I meant to bring it with me. I'm going to start bringing my reusable water bottle so that I don't get in these situations where I don't have water, but this is so spicy. I really need a drink. Okay, I acquired water from next door. It feels so good. I'm a little disappointed. I looked forward to that kebab all day, and it was probably a great kebab. It's just spiced a little differently than I was expecting. And I was kind of all pumped up thinking I was getting what I had in Greece, which was silly on my part because of course they're going to be spiced differently. And it didn't quite live up to my expectations that I should not have set in the first place. But anyway, moving on. Let's go find some hidden Mickeys and let's ride. I know of a hidden Mickey here in the American Adventure. It's in a painting. Let's go find it. Okay. I think I know which painting it is, but I was not expecting there to be so many paintings here. So we'll just walk around and enjoy together. It's none of these. It's none of these portraits. No. None of these. I know the painting is supposed to be a man talking to a crowd of people. So where's that painting? I don't see it. So what we're gonna do is sit right here and wait until the next showtime. See if maybe it's inside the show. I thought it was in the lobby and I thought this was the lobby, but there's a second floor. I don't know how to get to the second floor from here. So we're just gonna go do the Hall of Presidents show and see if perhaps that's where this hidden Mickey is. This was a good call because it feels really good to sit for a bit in the air conditioning. I don't think I realized how much walking I've done today, zigzagging all over here trying to get all the menus. So this feels great to sit for. Let's go! Sweden. Almost tripped on the escalator. I was so excited when I saw the Swedish flag. Okay, I think I see the painting that the hidden Mickey is. I was wrong. I'm in the theater and I've checked every single painting all the way here. And I don't see the painting that has the hidden Mickey. I know it's a painting of a man who's talking to a crowd, and there's a hidden Mickey in a woman's hat, but I have not seen any painting that matches that description. Oh well, let's enjoy the American Adventure together. I had every intention of filming the America Adventure for you, but there was an announcement at the beginning that said please no filming, so I didn't film any of it. I will say this is my first time seeing it, and it was kind of a neat combination of like animatronics and some type of still image artwork that was like Ken Burns, just so that it was sliding around and moving behind the animatronics, and that was really cool. It was about a little over 30 minutes, maybe 35-minute show, and it was a very sanitized and nicely washed history of the United States, and I guess I'm kind of one of those people. I love my country so much. I know you can see in my videos that I film the American flag every chance that I get, but sometimes when I'm exposed to something like this, it gets me a little in the feelings because as much as I love my country, I've traveled around the world and I love those countries too, and I don't always have that feeling that I think I'm supposed to get when I see something like this. Like, we live in the greatest country in the world. I think we live in a fantastic country, but I love so many other countries. There's so many other places that feel like home to me that when I get that sense of patriotism, sometimes I feel like I'm being a little disloyal to other places that I've lived. I feel like we're all humans. We all have our own issues and struggles, and we're products of the environment and the world that we were born into and the world that the world has become. The best thing we can all just do is be good humans, you know, be nice people, do right by others. And I kind of sometimes wish that nationalism and loyalty to your country just for the sake of it being your country should kind of go out the window, and we should all focus more on just being part of the human race and being a good person on this planet. Okay, I'm done with my TED Talk. Let's keep moving. I never did find that hidden Mickey, and I'm so bummed about it. The wind is really picked up out here, if you can hear that. I wanted to give you a little bit of trivia about the EPCOT ball. At least that's what I've always called Spaceship Earth. We'll ride it together one of these days, but I had a little piece of trivia I wanted to bring to this video. Spaceship Earth is 180 feet tall. Cinderella's Castle is 189, so barely a little bit taller. And Spaceship Earth weighs 16 million pounds. It is also the largest geodetic enclosure in the United States. I had to look up what geodetic means. That means it is made out of like geometrical patterns and shapes. So I thought that was a really cool little piece of trivia, and I wanted to get to a place where we could really see it well to tell you that. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have been in the park for hours and I'm actually kind of wiped out, but I think I have hit every single permanent restaurant, including a couple of the Festival of the Arts booths. I didn't do too many of the festival booths because I know they do change with each new festival that comes around, but I tried to hit every single permanent restaurant here in EPCOT. If I missed any, please let me know down in the comments because I did my best and I even used a map. So I hope that gives you some idea of how to be carnivore if you are in EPCOT, and I just want everyone to know that just because you may eat a certain way or have certain dietary restrictions, you can still go out in the world and have such a wonderful time and not have to alter the way you feel just for where you are and what you're experiencing. I'm really excited to spend lots more time in Walt Disney World while we're living in Florida and do lots more videos like this. I hope you enjoy them. I will see you another day in another adventure. Bye guys.